A web browser-based Schematic Capture application gets you up and running quickly within the familiar native environment you use every day. Define the logical connectivity of the electronics, place the parts, connect them up, and edit the schematic to define the net names. Include properties such as manufacturer part number and reference designators for identification within PCB layout later and ensure correct BOM generation. Copy drawing sheets to easily replicate multi-channel designs. After creating the board outline and determining the location of the mounting holes within Solid Edge, the data can now be imported into PCB for initial placement of those components with fixed locations, such as connectors and taller components that may violate any height restrictions specified within the mechanical assembly. PCB placement can be carried out in either the 2D or 3D views simultaneously. Components can be arranged into logical or physical groups to aid placement. The components may then be placed individually or within their groups. The groups may be used to estimate the amount of board real estate required and facilitate the placement of major logical functions, such as CPU and memory bus, then placed sequentially for final location. Notice that the group area gets smaller as the number of components left to place reduces. After the initial placement is complete, a logical step in the design flow is to double-check that all of the connectors are aligned correctly and that there are no interferences in the mechanical assembly. Here, a collaboration file can be created and read into Solid Edge. All of the desired PCB data will be transferred, including board outline, mounting holes, connectors, and selected components. The collaboration files can be shared in any folder location for access by either the Solid Edge and/or PCB applications. The user will be notified immediately if a new file is created. Notes and messages, which provide a history and traceability of all design changes made during the collaborative design process, can be included within the collaboration files. Here we can clearly see the result of the board in Solid Edge, and then its position within the overall design. When the initial placement has been signed off, the remaining components can be placed and routed. Critical traces such as differential pairs and clock signals are routed first. This is done using a gesture-based routing technology called Sketch, which allows small or even very large groups of dense interconnections to be routed quickly and easily by simply drawing a rough outline of the path required. The semi-automatic routing algorithms take care of the rest of the operations for you. The routing is completed extremely quickly for both the novice and expert PCB designer.